Today we're diving into The Edition by Smartworld developers, a luxury project in Gurgaon that's been getting a lot of attention.
Yeah, it's interesting how they're positioning it as a blend of exclusivity and modern design. Did you notice their focus on limited residences?
Absolutely. Only 4 residences per floor. That's pretty rare in high-rise living, right?
Definitely. It seems like they're prioritizing privacy and space. I wonder if that's actually what today's homeowners want most.
Privacy is huge, especially in a city like Gurgaon, but I'm also intrigued by their dual living concept, 2 living rooms per residence. That's not your everyday layout.
It's almost like having a mini penthouse experience on every floor. I guess the idea is to cater to both family time and entertaining guests separately.
Makes sense. Plus, the balconies seem massive. They advertise them as sky decks. I can imagine sipping coffee there with city views.
Or maybe even a yoga session at sunrise. But do you think these features really justify the boutique living label?
Good question. Boutique usually means something curated and personal, not just big or fancy. So maybe it's more about the experience than just the specs.
Right. And I noticed they're big on smart home features. Automated lighting, climate control, even video door phones.
That's almost standard in luxury now, but integrating it seamlessly is the challenge. No one wants to reboot their home like a smartphone.
True! Imagine guests waiting at the door because of a software update. That'd be awkward.
Seriously. But setting tech aside, the amenities are impressive. Rooftop, infinity pool, clubhouse, gym. Do you think these communal spaces add value?
For sure, especially post-pandemic. People want spaces to unwind without leaving home. But sometimes, these get underused.
Yeah, I've seen gyms in luxury buildings that are almost always empty. Maybe it depends on the community vibe.
Or maybe residents prefer their own equipment. But I do like the focus on green spaces. The landscaped gardens and walking paths sound nice.
There's something about greenery that makes high-rise living feel less boxed in. And Gurgaon isn't exactly famous for open spaces.
Exactly. But pricing-wise, do you think the Edition is worth the premium?
That's the million-dollar question. Luxury is as much about perception as reality. Some will pay extra for exclusivity.
And the location matters too. Sector 66 is pretty central, with good access to business hubs and schools.
That's a big plus for families. Convenience can sometimes outweigh fancy features.
Speaking of which, did you see they offer dedicated work-from-home spaces?
I did. It's like they're reading the post-pandemic market perfectly. People want a private office at home now.
But I wonder if that trend will last. Maybe in a few years, everyone will be back at the office and those rooms become extra storage.
Possibly, but flexibility is key. A room that can switch from office to guest bedroom is always useful.
Agreed. Another thing I noticed is the focus on security. 24/7 surveillance, controlled access, all that.
Safety is always a top concern, especially in luxury segments. Parents in particular will appreciate that.
Plus, the low-density approach helps. Fewer residents mean less foot traffic and more peace of mind.
It's almost like living in a private hotel, but with your own kitchen.
And hopefully no surprises at checkout. Jokes aside, do you think projects like The Edition are the future of urban living?
I think they set a new benchmark. Not everyone wants a crowded tower with hundreds of neighbors.
Yeah, and the design seems to focus on lifestyle, not just architecture. Spaces for art, reading, even pet-friendly areas.
That's a nice touch. Pets are family too, after all. I've heard of buildings with dog parks on the roof.
Imagine the dog parties up there. But seriously, these little details can make a huge difference in daily life.
Totally. It's not just about square footage, but how you feel living there.
Right. And the developer's reputation matters too. Smartworld seems pretty new but ambitious.
Yeah, but partnerships with big names in design and construction help build trust. People want to know their investment is secure.
Speaking of investment, do you think these kinds of projects hold value over time?
If the maintenance stays high and the amenities remain attractive, probably yes. But it depends on the market trends.
Real estate is always a bit of a gamble. But living in a place that feels special every day, that's hard to quantify.
Well said. Maybe that's the real luxury, comfort and pride in your home.
And maybe a view that makes you want to get up early just to watch the sunrise.
Or stay up late for the city lights. Before we wrap up, what would be your dream feature in a place like The Edition?
Honestly, a private library with a secret door. Or maybe an indoor garden, something a little magical.
I'd go for a music room with soundproof walls, somewhere to unwind without disturbing anyone.
That sounds amazing. So, is The Edition the future or just a fancy present?
Maybe a bit of both. It certainly sets the bar high for what urban luxury can be.
I guess time will tell if this boutique approach becomes the new norm.
Until then, it's fun to imagine what home could be like. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.
Don't forget to look up. You might just spot your dream sky deck.